Before this video starts, I would like to say that my mic in this video is a bit quiet, so I would recommend turning up the volume of the video when you're listening, just so you don't miss anything important. But yeah, that's enjoy the video. Alright, you guys, today we are going to be talking about the best 5 methods that you could do. Probably the only 5 methods you could really do to make money in Central Kansas. Now, I can't really guarantee with the third method I'm going to be saying, but all these other methods should work just fine. So let's get into it. Alright, the first one we're going to be doing is called McDonald's delivery. It is one of the methods of you can do to make some cash. Now, the car slash motorbike I recommend that you use for this is the moped, which is the 2022, the Gino. It's around like 1,500 bucks. It's basically same price as the Cobalt, not expensive whatsoever. Now, it's not very fast, but for example, with other vehicles in the game, when you go over the dirt, it tends to make your car go slower, you know, for realism. This moped, however, is nothing like that. So basically, when you drive on the dirt, you don't slow down, you just keep going. Now yes, you will slide out if you're not careful, so I would get used to it. The McDonald's delivery is one of the easiest and most reliable ways to make money. The routes are very simple, the pay is consistent, and you don't need anything special to start. So if you're like a beginner, for example, this would be great for you to start off with. Now let's just get to the McDonald's. Make sure you are obviously in the McDonald's job. I don't think I have to say that. Go here, and you go up to this computer. Now sometimes it may not show up the first time. You just gotta keep moving around. Now hold E for like 2-3 seconds, and then boom, your first route's coming up. So get back onto your moped and start heading there. Now if other cars, oh yeah, you gotta be careful of this by the way. With other cars, you just start slowing down as soon as you go onto the gas. Moped doesn't do that. Moped, it's different. See? Straight here. Now sometimes you will probably arrive a little more early than expected, like this for example. That's fine, just wait it out. And that is the first method. Alright, so for the second method is FNAF. The FNAF job, it does pay well for the time you put in. It's also a great way of, like, you can think of it as like a break, for example, from all that driving that you're doing, or those McDonald's deliveries. Like, they get tiring, right? Well, you can do a little FNAF game and make even more cash than before. So for the first night, from the math I've done, you usually get 3K on your first night with 3 times Game Pass. It's around like 9,000, I think. I don't know, cause apparently on night 7 you get paid around like 20 grand, and that's without the 3 times Game Pass. So that's like 60 grand if you do have it. Now FNAF just started. After I'm done this night, I will show where it is on the map and possibly show you which direction to go. But you should just be able to use the map, no problem. Now, I'm going to get through this night. A few things to know about this. Hold on, let me get away from that. It's a bit dark, but a few things to know about this is, first, it is a lot more harder than before for any veteran players that are out there. So basically, you get paid more now than like last time, because before night 1 will give you 1K, night 2 will give you 2K. But those FNAF nights are a lot more easier than this one. This one, it's basically like the real FNAF game, Inmate said, quote unquote. So basically, for example, if you search up like strats or like ideas to do like these nights from like an actual like guy from playing a FNAF game, it will work in this one. Or so I've been told. I mean, I've never really gotten past the 3rd night, so I couldn't really tell you much. For me, if a cupcake, for example, drops here, that means Chica's right here, and she's about to enter. Bonnie, you can tell Bonnie's here if you go like this, or just go like this. You should be able to see. When you're doing this though, I would be very careful because if you touch any part of this black like void wall, you will die instantly. Another thing to note is when you're looking on your cameras, make sure you don't do it too consistently, but make sure you do it sometimes as well. Because if you don't, Foxy here, if you don't check up on him from time to time, he will start running out over and over. I would also check cam 2 as well. So, and cam 9 to make sure Freddy doesn't come here either. The thing is the camera, the iPad that you use, it also uses a lot of power. So I'd be very careful of how you use it. Alright, with that being said, I'm gonna get through the night and then I'll meet you when I'm done. Alright, I was able to do the FNAF night somehow, barely made it. That just kind of proves it's kind of a little difficult. But let's see, if I turn on my player radar here, show you on the map. This is where, okay, over here, this is where everyone spawns, alright? This is the Kansas dealer, which is right here. This is where everyone spawns. When you leave the Kansas dealer, just take a right and keep going straight. Do not turn. All the way until you reach Nebraska, which is this corner here. Go right, obviously. There's nowhere else to go. Don't know where else you would go. Maybe the forest. Keep going until you see this purple square. Then you're going to take your right and then you're here. This is where FNAF is. Currently where I am. I feel like that should be more than clear enough. Before we continue to the next method, I do have this beautiful Honda Civic Si. It's got about 70 miles on it. Custom plate, custom vanity plate. For anyone who wants to buy it off Marketplace, it's up for sale, which is actually what we're going to be talking about next. Alright, another method of making money in Central Kansas is buying and selling, which is from Marketplace. Now, to do this, you will need to join the main Discord server in Central Kansas, the official server, which is this here. They do have a marketplace, so you can buy and sell vehicles to however you wish. There is no limit. Basically, this method, though, however, it takes a bit of knowledge, but you can make a good amount of cash. You can buy cars for cheap. You can clean them up, resell them for profit. It's one of the fastest ways to grow money if you know what you're doing and if you know your values. So basically, right now, in my opinion, Marketplace isn't as great as it used to be like a year ago. A year ago, it was slightly better, if I'm going to be honest. But you see, there's many cars here. Like this, for example, you can get like super rare cars. You can get really bad cars, really cheap cars, really good cars, all to what your heart desires. Now, obviously, it's only cars that you can actually buy and sell that's in the game for obvious reasons. But hey, like let's say, let's find a car quickly. Let's say this, for example. Let's say I want to buy this car, right? Look, they'll have a description, they'll have a name. They are required to tell you everything about the car if they want to actually sell it. So they have to be truthful about it. So basically, like, let's say this Toyota Camry, my bad. Toyota Camry. Now, it doesn't look like a bad car. It's around 30,000 miles. It's brand new condition, only taken on weekends, first owner, maintained regularly, blah, blah, blah. So this car doesn't look bad. You would usually type, like, hey, is this available? So, hey, is this still available? Or, like, for example, can you do like 4K, 5K, or ask what kind of money they're looking for out of it, all those kind of things. So I'm hoping maybe I can buy a car from Marketplace right now and see if I can sell it on video. I guess I'll get back to you guys once I find a car and once I sell it. Hey, so I'm back. Unfortunately, I couldn't really find a car to buy on camera and sell it. Plus, I'm willing to bet it's going to take a couple of days to even get any replies, which is the unfortunate part about Marketplace, because it all depends on the market. So, but let me just show a car that I bought. So here's a 67 Chevrolet SS, one of the newer cars that came out in this update. it's quite of a nice car, 292,000 miles. I did get this for a very good deal. Now in the dealership, this car was 16,000 if you wanted to buy it from dealer. I got this car for 8 grand because of the mileage. I would say I got a pretty good offer. I mean, my bad. I think I got a pretty good deal on it, to be honest. It runs, it drives, it's really nice. I've had it for like a week now. I still drive it quite a bit. Either the Suburban, the Park Avenue, or this thing that it says. So that's what Marketplace is basically about. You buy, sell, buy a car that you're gonna use, sell a car that you don't want. I am currently trying to sell the Civic, like I said when I was making the video about the FNAF method. But I will say it's pretty good on gas, this and this and this and that. Yeah, sorry that I couldn't really get a video of that though. Of course, I bought it before I even started thinking of this video. And I guess we'll just go on to the next method, which is also the final method. The next method of making cash in this game, which is also the final method, is just driving around the map. That's basically it. Just drive around the map. Make sure you're in a job like McDonald's or police, doesn't matter. And just drive around. Try going as fast as you can as well to get some more cash, more easier. Now this car isn't very fast, so well, I won't be breaking any speed laws, I guess, in this thing, you could say. But yeah, this is basically it. I mean, there isn't really much to talk about. If you want to do this, just so you don't have to keep turning or looking back onto your PC, you can also just stay on the highway. So just go back and forth, back and forth. I'd recommend going on this highway than the one that goes through this way, because that way is more shorter than this way. So just keep that in mind. My bad. Excuse me. But yeah, that's it. If you have any ideas of what I should make next, then let me know in the comments, because this was like only like one of the ideas I could come up with of making a video. So hope you enjoyed. Take care. Now obviously I know that was only 4 methods and not 5, but the 5th method, all it's about is just joining a job and just sitting around, I guess. Yeah, the 5th one is just whatever. There isn't really much to talk about that either.